Hey, what's up, everybody? Authentic Deb. Happy Friday. And just a sec, I'm checking out Facebook here. Yeah, the room's a mess. And it's Friday, and if it looks like I'm sweating, I am. It's like 97 degrees outside, and it feels like, oh, I don't know. It feels like 207 degrees outside. So I'm just trying to get up to Facebook here, make sure the live is showing. There we go. So I totally missed Monday Motivations. I was at my son's house. I apologize. I actually slipped in. But it's been a super busy week. I think I did the Monday Motivations from my mom and dad's house, and then when I was at my son's house, I forgot. So anyways, somebody might not even see this, but if you see it later, I just wanted to kind of clue you in on what's going on. If you're here, comment, let me know. So, I was in Seattle. I went down June 6th, and then I came back just this last Tuesday, flew in and out of Atlanta. And so I've been having all these back issues and everything. So here's my little testimony for when you see this later. And like several years ago, maybe like 10 plus years ago, they did an MRI and they basically said, you have all these compressed discs, they're really bad, lose 100 pounds or do surgery, but losing weight would probably do you better than surgery. And I'd already decided there was no way I was going to do surgery because I've already had a spinal fusion on my neck. And while that served some problems, I've had like a slew of other problems. So without being a Debbie Downer, I'd like that to change, but in an element of pain all the time. Like, is anybody else, like if you watch this later, like how many of you struggle with constant pain, physical pain? I mean, there's emotional pain, but just we're talking physical right now, like constant physical pain. And sometimes people, like a lot of times actually, I'm going to turn my fan off so you don't hear that in the thing, even though I'm super hot. A lot of times, people look at us and they see a smile, or whether you're overweight or you're in shape, or they see you out and active, and nobody really knows that you're actually in pain. So that's probably a topic to do a live on, or I'm going to start my podcasting up. I'm waiting for my green screen to come in so you won't see all this mess behind me. But so anyways, there's a level of pain that I hate to say has almost become normal for me. But all that said, so I fly to Seattle and I'm in the chair. I fly without Susan. So when I'm with Susan, I can totally spread out, and, but I'm in the window seat and there's some guy next to me. So I'm just kind of sitting like this, right? And because I've had neck surgery, there's always a major element of pain right here. And so I have to put my arms on something. Like even when I sleep, I can't just sleep without like something under my arm to support it. And so I was super, super hurting by the time I got to Seattle. And my parents and my brother, they're so sweet. We all pitched in and they got me a first class ticket to fly home so I could actually move. And I have no shame. Like I actually ordered the wheelchair to skirt me around because everything was just so bad. And I'd had an MRI right before I left. So here's the praise report. So when I went to see the spinal person several weeks ago, she took an x-ray and she said, you have a slipped disc on top of whatever else. And you're going to need surgery. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do surgery. What else can I do? And she said, nothing. For a slipped disc, you've got to have surgery. And she says, maybe once we get the MRI, we can do some injections because you're too heavy to have surgery. So it's like kind of insult to injury, right? Like, okay, you need surgery and you're overweight, so you can't have surgery. So I just like, well, I'm not having surgery anyways. So we just started to pray, and I know a lot of people have been praying for me. If you're one of them, I thank you. And started, working on my weight, and just even losing 8-10 pounds, you can feel a difference, in your back. So I went in to do the MRI results today. And the doctor, it's great when you see God move in your body, and the doctors are kind of like, huh? What's going on? Because she's looking at the MRI and she's showing it to me. To me, it looks like an alien, but she said, well, you do not have a slip disc, but yet she showed it to me on the MRI. So either the doctor just miscalculated, which I gotta think that they know what a slip disc looks like, or God just took care of it, right? So there's no slip disc. And yes, I do have some compression in my, whatever you call them, my spinal, but they're not terrible. Like they still have, I think it was like that, pretty good amount of room. And she says, but you have no evidence of nerve impediment. So the good news is I don't need surgery. That's great because I wasn't going to do it anyways. The slip disc has disappeared, thank you, God. She was really looking at the screen like, it's not like I had a brand new doctor, so it was interesting. And I just smiled. And then she said, but you do have arthritis in your back and a lot of inflammation. And I already knew I had arthritis in my knee, and it does run in my family. Although I don't try to take on things that run in my family, I put those under the blood of Jesus and, break any lines. But so she's going to send me for a test, a nerve test. I guess it only takes like 15 minutes, but they're going to do a nerve test on my legs, because I am having nerve pain in my leg and they can't really figure out why. So I still have some work to do, physical therapy, lose the weight, exercise, but praise God, no slip disc. The MRI actually shows my back in better shape than when the doctor told me 10 years ago, you have to have surgery or lose weight and XYZ. So that was really awesome. So that's my little update on that. Like I said, I've been home since Tuesday. I would like to tell you that I am not jet lagged anymore, but I'm still on Seattle time. It took me 7 out of my 9 days in Seattle to get on Seattle time from Eastern time. And now I'm back in the Eastern time zone, and I'm definitely still feeling the Seattle time. Like my first night I was home, it was 1 a.m, and I was still wide awake. So, because here at 10 or 11 is about normal for me to go to bed. So, oh my gosh. So I'm hoping by this weekend I get back into the reality of the Eastern time zone so that I can go to bed at a decent hour and get up and do the things I need to do. But, pain is funny. I guess that's what I want to say. Like, pain is funny because it's there, but a lot of the times it goes unnoticed. And we all make the mistake, I think, of looking at somebody and determining if they're okay or not. And so I kind of feel like right now in my spirit, like the heart of the Lord on that. Like, how many people do we walk by and we don't have a clue what they're going through, whether they look like they are super in shape, but they could drop dead of a heart attack, like that soccer guy last week. I mean, come on, here's somebody in the prime of their life, 28 years old, playing soccer, and he just has a massive cardiac arrest on the floor. And without the defibrillate, charge, he'd be gone. They said he was basically gone, and so we really don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say, what people are going through. And so just be kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people. And if you're a person of faith, I just challenge you as you're in the store or wherever you are today or over the weekend, when you see somebody, just shoot a prayer up for them. You can never go wrong with just praying God's best for somebody. If you go, I don't know how to pray or I don't know how to do that, all you have to do is say, Lord, bless them. Give them what they need. God knows. God knows what they need. And do that for the people that look feeble. Do that for the people that look overweight. Do that for the people that look like they're in perfect shape, because the outside does not tell us the whole story of what's going on the inside. And I feel like the heart of God right now, like there are so many people that are truly hurting on the inside, whether it's physical, spiritually, emotionally, financially, whatever it is. Like I feel that there are so many people that are hurting. And if we judge a book by its cover, like me, I'm usually always smiling, right? You don't see me on Facebook going, oh my gosh, I'm in pain today. Oh, the pain is a 20 on a scale of 1 to 10. You never see me do that. It's not the realm that I live in. It's not the mindset that I live in. It's not what I focus on, but it doesn't take the reality away that it is a constant in my life. And that's not to say, oh, poor Debbie or anything like that. I'm just saying, for those that you know me, and I'm smiling and joking, and I can be either really serious or really silly, and that makes me Authentic Deb. There's still an element of physical pain. I'm always in, and I want to come to you someday and say I'm in no pain. Like God has healed me emotionally, spiritually, everything, and there's no physical pain. I would love to say I've had a whole day with literally no physical pain. I really don't know what that looks like. It's been a long time, but I would love to have that day this side of heaven, meaning still above ground and breathing, where I can tell you that I'm in no pain. I don't know. But what I'm saying is just be kind to people, because we don't know what people are going through. And if you're going through something and you need somebody to pray with you or whatever, just reach out and let me know. Hey, Diane, because we really don't know what people are going through at all. We don't. And I don't. And sometimes I get caught up in my own head. I think seeing that soccer player basically drop dead on the pitch really was like, yeah, I mean, here's this hidden heart thing that he may or may not have known about, that in the prime of your life just almost took him out. And that's a physical thing, but it goes the same for emotionally and spiritually. We don't really know where people are at. So you have the opportunity to smile at somebody, and maybe that smile stops them from hurting themselves. Maybe that smile makes them stop and take a moment to think about the choices they were about to make. You really don't know how much you can affect the world for good by just being a good person. So anyways, this is the Friday edition of Monday Motivations, since I missed it. But I will be back Monday. I am believing I will be back in a total vibe of the Eastern time zone. Or I'll just have to get up early and force myself to pretend like I'm, all better. But anyways, great news for me. No surgery, no slip disc. Won't he do it? I'm blessed about that. It's Friday. It is hot, hot, hot in Ottawa, Tennessee. I just want to tell you, it's only 97 degrees, but it feels much hotter. Much hotter. Like, there's stuff I want to do outside. Girl, boys, I sat on the porch yesterday to sand down another piece of our little porch product, this time with a power sander. I was so hot. I lasted like 30 minutes, and I was like, I'm gone. So back into the air conditioning. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Comment. Let me know what's going on. This is Authentic Deb, and remember to be you, because being you is enough.